I need a 30 for 30 to show that I'm different like Jordan and Pippen. I need a 30 for 30 like Jalen and Webber. Nobody gon' fuck on my click. I need a 30 for 30. All right, we're gonna end this motherfucker like we always do, showing love and shouting out, but we're gonna do so in a slightly different way because we got some different shit going on in our country right now, at least for this time.
Right.
Because if you pay attention to history, ain't nothing different. So I'm gonna start off today. I want to shout out those athletes in the sports world who get it. You know, after the murder of George Floyd, we saw people were horrified by what they saw. Like it really, really touched people emotionally. Even though this shit has been going on, the George Floyd shit been going on all the time. You can go all the way back just during our lifetime. You had Rodney King. Of course, more recently, we know you had Trayvon Martin. You know you had the brother in Ferguson. You know you had the brother up there that was selling the cigarettes who said, I can't breathe. Shit, you had me. My shit just didn't go viral or anything like that. You know what I'm talking about? But my brother JoJo was right there when I went through that very shit. So that wasn't nothing new. But the fact that it was caught on camera, it really galvanized the public. But if you really fuck with me for real, you're a real one, and you follow me across all social media platforms, you know that I added the best players on every NBA team, and told them not to play going into that bubble. And I told them that because I knew that's how you create true change in this country, that you gotta fuck with that money or you gotta be violent. That's it. This America respects money and guns. You know what I'm saying? And if we brought out the guns, as black people that own 13% of the country, you know, I knew that shit ain't gonna work, just like Dr. King knew that shit wasn't gonna work. But if those powerful black millionaires in the NBA would have withheld their labor, I felt like we could have got some true change. Because yes, they did get people out to vote. They did that. Yes, Joe Biden won. But we see it still ain't been no justice in most of these cases. We saw the guy that got shot in the back, who that shooting led to the Milwaukee Bucks going on strike for that game. Nobody's gonna be charged in that case. Nobody is gonna be charged in that case. And I think some NBA players got it. I think they like remember they said about that contentious meeting that they had after the Bucks did what they did, and some players were like, man, fuck this shit, we don't need to be here anyway. Then he had some leadership like Bron and they said Bron walked out, but I think more reporting has come out. Bron walked out in frustration that they weren't on one accord. But some of these guys get it. That true change gotta happen. And they gonna have to take some drastic measures to get true change. Because what happened in our country last week with these motherfuckers storming the Capitol and getting to go home? Them motherfuckers got on airplanes after that shit and went to the crib.
Yep.
Now, some of them are stuck. Some of them got put on a no-fly.
Damn right, and as they should. And one lady did get shot. You know what I'm saying? But folks are trying to talking about say her name and compare her to Breonna Taylor. Breonna Taylor was in a fucking bedroom.
Right.
She's in a fucking bedroom. This woman was trying to get up in the damn U.S. Capitol and possibly assault, kidnap, or kill legislators. That shit ain't the same.
Yeah.
That shit ain't the same. Them motherfuckers were terrorists, man. And so, yet again, I'm calling on athletes. And I'm calling on athletes because that's who America prop up. America like to prop up and give them the money. You know what I'm talking about? We black folks, we can't just go to all these bankers and hedge fund managers and all these big time folks. They rappers, actors, ball players. Yeah. That's the folks that generally get the money as an African American. Y'all motherfuckers got to step up, man. Don't just talk about it. If you're gonna be talking about it, goddamn be about it, because that shit was egregious last week. And it shows that we still second-class citizens. And that's including you athletes. Y'all ass rich, but your ass second-class rich. Right. Because these motherfuckers clearly don't fuck with you either. And if something was to go down, like these folks tried to take over, that was an attempted coup as a student of history. If they would have been successful and Donald Trump could be a dictator in this bitch, when Hitler took over in Germany, he blamed the Jews for all their problems and started burning them motherfuckers and gassing them. Who get all the blame for shit over here when something go wrong? Us. They would kill them Jews. They ain't give a fuck how talented them Jews were. They ain't give a fuck if you a brilliant person or you a great athlete. Yeah, we're dying. 6 million them motherfuckers. They ain't gonna give a shit. If these racist some bitches take over, they don't give a fuck about LeBron being amazing on the court. They don't give a fuck about Chase Young. They don't give a fuck about Patrick Mahomes. Right. They want to go back to a time, make America great again, 1950s, when all this shit was white. George Mikan was the star of the Lakers. They want to go back to Paul Hornung being the running back for the Green Bay Packers. They want to reclaim their country. This ain't just me talking. It's all over social media. They talk about it all the fucking time. So sports world need to wake up. Sports world, we keep saying it. We here in Mississippi, we had a young man who threatened to withhold his services, and he created some change in our state. And yesterday, we saw a new flag go up on our state capitol because Kylan Hill said, if y'all don't do this, I will not play, and the motherfuckers capitulated. So imagine what would happen if y'all millionaire athletes have some nuts and do something similar. T, what you got?
I just wanted to shout out a post that I seen on the look like the DL Hewley page talking about the police officers in Newark, New Jersey. Said not one police officer fired a bullet last year in Newark, New Jersey. And that was due to their training, their de-escalation training and things of that sort. And they consider that an achievement. Mm-hmm. Because I think Newark, New Jersey, it's rough up there. The last I checked. So I just wanted to shout out the police officers there, man, for just keeping things calm and keeping the neighborhood safe. You know, I don't think I've ever heard of that in my lifetime. There's always a bullet being shot somewhere in some city. So if that's the case, then that's considered an achievement. I mean, you know, I don't know what else goes on, but for not one bullet to be shot is pretty commendable. But
all right, well that's what it is. Joe, you had anything?
No, not really. Well, I guess I will shout out the officer that led the mob to in the opposite direction from the Senate. Um, as we know, you had Trump trying to give Bill Belichick the what was it?
Medal of Freedom.
The Medal of Freedom. I would think they need to go to that officer because there's no telling what they were going to do to those people. And like from the video, it looks like he's running or scared, but he was actually tactical in what he was doing. So man, shout out to him, man. Uh, as you say, man, these are crazy times. These are crazy times. Yeah. I really wish that we could go to sleep one day and wake up and it's peace throughout the earth. But that's just really not the time we're living in right now.
Yeah, and it ain't never been in this country. You know, it just these folks getting really unsettled that people that look like us finally starting to get some political power. We still don't have any economic power, but I think they feel like with us, we having a black president 8 years, and now we got this black vice president, and then you got shit going on like in Georgia. You had a black woman lead the way to make a red state go blue. And then you got the immigrants. You know, you got more Latinos in this country now than black people. You know what I'm saying? You got commercials in Spanish. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of these motherfuckers feel like their country being taken away from. You know what I'm saying? It's all good to tie back to sports. They used to be uncomfortable with the sports chain. Y'all seen the movies Glory Road. You heard Bill Russell talk about his experience in Boston. Mm-hmm. In Boston, you know, they were uncomfortable with us then, but it seemed like slowly but surely they got comfortable with, hey, we're going to let them play ball. But that's it. Or we're going to let them entertain us in general. Mm-hmm. That's it. But when you start doing shit like trying to be political, or you start doing shit like we were talking about before we start taping, shit, we were talking about stocks. Like when you start doing that kind of shit,
Yeah. That's the thing. They don't care about people being rich. They don't want you to be wealthy.
well, they know you gonna give it back.
And
Some
I
of
tell
them
you what,
guys, some of them guys give it back. They, you know what I'm saying?
I would take that back. They don't want you to have power. That's what they're holding on to.
Yeah.
They're like they could be rich. You can make all the money you want, but having power, having influence, that's what they don't want.
But collectively, we have less money, or let's say I'm gonna be conservative. We got around the same money that we had before the civil rights movement as a people.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy to think about. Like all three of us have college degrees. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So think about how many other folks like us, and then you look at the NBA and the NFL, and still with all of that, as a people, we don't have a whole lot more gains economically than we did before the civil rights movement. You know what I'm saying? That's fucking crazy. But we do have more mayors, we have more representatives, we have more senators, at least on the state level. Now we still only got a handful of senators in the U.S. Senate, but we got this, black female vice president who knows might end up being the president. Joe Biden, old than motherfucker. And all of this shit makes folks uncomfortable, man, because they want to hold on to white supremacy. But again, tied back to sports, our athletes need goddamn. I can see the NFL did a great job this year. And the NFL didn't play with me. They played the game. They put the little shit on the back of the helmet and shit like that. But you know, they didn't try to make it seem like they were all for us. They played the game.
Mhm.
I felt like the NBA was kind of fucking with us a little bit. I feel like the NBA tried to make us feel like we coming back to play for y'all. We gonna put Black Lives Matter on the court for y'all, but y'all also put some other shit on the court. Y'all put sponsors on the court. Y'all put sponsors around the court. Y'all put the sponsors on your jersey. You had the sponsors on the commercials. That's why y'all came back, so you wouldn't fuck up the money. We know that. Quit playing with me.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, don't fuck play with me. This shit real though. I hope they see now. This shit real. These folks still planning attacks. We got Dr. King Day coming up. We got the inauguration coming up. Folks are organizing online. The FBI just admitted motherfuckers are planning violence across all 50 states at the state capitals and shit like that. That's an FBI memo. The army had to come, the military in general had to come out and make statements telling all they branches to accept Joe Biden as the commander in chief. Like shit fucking crazy. You know what I'm saying? So everybody just gotta goddamn do more than just, hey, that shit happened, then we go watch football. Cause that would have seemed like what happened last week. We had motherfuckers try to take over the country. Then we had the wild card weekend. like fuck it. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully some shake and hopefully we as a people, because some ain't just gonna shake. Hopefully we as a people get our shit together, band together with allies across all races, and continue to strive for better. Cause our kids deserve that.
All of them.
I know my child was watching that shit and was scared. And I had to, reassure her that daddy will shoot the shit out of it. I ain't tell her like that, but daddy would shoot the shit out of any motherfucker that try to do something to you up in this bitch. You know what I'm saying? But you shouldn't have to try to reassure being 8-year-old that you gonna be all right.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna try to kill you because you're black or because your dad is a votes for the Democrats, shit like that. You shouldn't have that in 2021. So hopefully we get better. Because if we don't change, ain't shit gonna change. We appreciate y'all fucking with us, America. Follow us across all social media. Make sure you put it on some on Facebook. Make sure you like the page on Instagram as well. Make sure you subscribe on YouTube. And again, follow all us across all social media platforms. And make sure to visit statementteesllc.com. Statement Tees, every t-shirt you wear makes a statement. America, again, this is my statement. I'm worried about my boys. I'm worried about my boys. But, I need my boy to prove why I call him the GOAT this weekend. He got a hell of a defense in front of him, but that's the statement I'm making, America. We appreciate y'all for fucking with us as always. One.
Go.
Subscribe to our daddy's YouTube channel. He's the best. Hit the like button, turn on the notifications.